In this video, we'll explain what SEO means, and we give an example of what that might look like for a beginning website owner. First things first, let's talk about what SEO, short for search engine optimization, means. Search engine optimization is improving sites to make them appear high in the search results of a search engine, such as Google or Bing. These rankings are decided by the search engine algorithm we mentioned in the previous lesson. In this course, we mostly focus on Google because they're the most popular search engine platform right now. But it's also good to consider what optimizing for other search engines, such as Bing or Yahoo, could offer you. So let's talk about some factors that come into play when Google's algorithm sorts the order of snippets they present. We distinguish two different types of factors: on-page and off-page factors. On-page factors are, you guessed it, elements on your own website, like site structure, content, and speed optimizations. Off-page factors, on the other hand, aren't present on your website. They include things such as links from other websites and social media attention. There's a lot of discussion about what's important and what isn't important when it comes to search engine optimization. At Yoast, we believe that it's best to create a long-term SEO strategy that is focused on the user of your website. In order to understand why we believe this, we have to talk about Google's mission. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. To help Google achieve their mission, we have to be user-focused. In other words, if your website is awesome, search engines want to show it to people because it helps their users find what they're looking for. Let's take a step back. We explained how SEO is about improving sites to make them appear high in the search results of a search engine. But how does SEO work in practice? Let's take a look at what a beginner might do when starting out with SEO. Let me introduce you to Linda. Linda is an ambitious potter who wants to expand her business and start a blog site about the work she does. This way, she hopes to establish some internet presence, which she hopes will inspire people to buy her ornate vases and build a bigger network. She puts in hours of work designing a beautiful site. She does it all by herself and she feels very proud. Yet, she discovers that the site doesn't get as much traffic as she would like. Linda wants to improve her site's ranking on Google so more people will find it, but she's not sure how. Linda talks to a few friends who work in marketing, and she gathers several options to climb the search platform ranks. 1. She could write quality blogs and improve her site's internal linking. 2. She could try to join or build a community that will provide her site with useful links. Or 3. She could improve her site speed. She decides to start off writing and publishing a blog about how traditional Dutch pottery inspires her, because her shop customers have been asking her questions about that. She also writes a detailed how-to on building your own mini oven for baking pottery in your backyard. She was about to build one for her friend anyway. Linda puts relevant links to her own site in her blog. For her next move, Linda decides to scour internet forums for like-minded pottery bloggers, and she makes some new friends. By creating a community, they can help each other out, not only by providing each other with links that make sense, but also by inspiring awesome new content. Lastly, she texts her tech-savvy aunt for some help. In exchange for a pottery lesson, her aunt shows Linda how she can optimize her website speed. The load time of her page decreases noticeably just by downsizing some of the pictures she was using. Happy with the changes, Linda coaches her aunt in shaping her first bowl on the pottery wheel. At first, her ranking doesn't seem to change much, but Linda continues working on her website. She diligently and holistically maintains her posts and pages. Sometimes it's hard to combine with her crafting. She has a well-organized calendar to help her out. After some time, the search engine seems to pick up on her expertise and bumps up her ranking. Sweet success. As you can see, focusing on all kinds of different aspects of your website can help improve your rankability, which is why we advise practicing holistic SEO. But what does that entail? We're going to take a look at holistic SEO in the next video.